The Heat have a major problem after losing 2 games in a row to the Boston Celtics and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Miami Heat will now go into the NBA All-Star break under the 500 mark, and that is not the biggest issue here. What's up, guys? Welcome to Heat Digest. I'm George Michael Perez, aka G Mike, and in this video today, we'll be breaking down what the major problem is for the Miami Heat in the fourth quarter in the most recent games before heading into the NBA All-Star break before the long vacation. But before we get into that, please do not forget to subscribe and be a part of the 32% that have been showing love, support, and care for everyone here at Digest Media and at Heat Digest as well. So the Heat all season have been starting off games on a full throttle, in a positive mood and mindset throughout the whole first quarter. Then when it comes to the second quarter, they start to digress. They start to lose focus on the mission at hand, winning the first half, then winning the second half. When it comes into the third quarter is what we call as Heat fans third quarter, because we do so bad. And then going into the fourth, we start to pick up steam, but it's already too late and we're already down by too much or too little sometimes, but we can't end up closing out games and clutching it up. But with this game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, it was different. We ended the first quarter with 35 points, ended the second quarter with 28 points, while altogether getting over 60 points to end the first half, which has been one of our best first half in a while. So as a Heat fan, you start to get a little scared, a little nervous going into the third quarter, and it was safe to say that the Heat actually played good in the third quarter, scoring 30 points while only holding Oklahoma City Thunder to 31. So we were playing good defense. We were playing good offense. Yes, if you would have watched the game, if you did not, there was a lot of fouls called just from the beginning of the game. The Heat had about 12 to 13 free throws in the first quarter, while the Oklahoma City Thunder had 14 to 16 free throws in the first quarter. And it went on from there. There was a lot of fouling going on, a lot of hand checking. So there was a lot of free throw attempts being made by both sides. So we're like, okay, cool. We're going into the fourth quarter up 10. Let's see what the Heat can do, and hopefully they can close it out. But that wasn't the case. You see it here. Fourth quarter. We only scored 8 points. Yes, folks. 8 points. While the Oklahoma City Thunder scored 32. To start the fourth quarter, OKC went on a 21-0 run. 21-0 run. Wow. It's insane, man. It's insane. But let's look at the stats here for the players on the Heat. Andrew Wiggins went 4 for 12, 1 for 5 from 3, so he wasn't shooting the ball well again for the second game in a row for the Heat. 13 points, but he just started with the Heat, so we can't give him too much this there, too much BS there. But looking at Bam, 11 for 19, shot the ball pretty well. 3 for 4 from the field, or only 2 free throws. We need him to get to the line more so he could get more free throw attempts. We need to up that to at least 5 or 6 a game. 27 points with 15 rebounds, so he had a double-double. Grabbing 15 boards is immaculate, while also dishing out 4 assists. Tyler Hero didn't have a great game. 5 for 12, 1 for 6 from 3, only 3 for 4 from the field. He's another player of ours that we need to get to the line more often. Only 14 points. Davon Mitchell had a decent game, 14 points, 6 out of 10 field goals made, 2 out of 5 threes made, while still dishing out 3 assists. We shouldn't really be expecting much from Davon Mitchell right now, because just like Andrew Wiggins, they just started with the Heat, so they got to get that chemistry going. But we got Nikola Jovic off the bench, 4 for 12 from the field, 2 from 8 from 3. Need to be more efficient there with the three-pointer. He grabbed 3 boards, dished out 4 assists while only scoring 11 points. But as overall as a team, we shot 46% from the field, which is not horrible, but it's not great at all. 32% from 3, which is still bad, where we have been like a week and a half long of shooting under 35% from 3. We need to up those numbers, and we need to do better from the 3-point line. And then getting 72% from the free throw line. we should be at 90% or higher from here. We shouldn't be missing as much. 18 from 25. Yes, I know it's not always easy to be making free throws, especially when you're under pressure and down in deficit, but we need to be making anywhere from 85% and up. And then not to mention the turnovers. After the first half, we only had 4 turnovers. You want to know how much we ended the game with? 16. Triple. A little bit more than triple the amount. So our game offensively literally switched gears in the second half, and it's disappointing to see. Now let's move over to the OKC side and see what they did there. We got Jalen Williams with 18 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 7 for 15 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3. So did pretty good job there on the new time All-Star. But look at Shai Alexander, 32 points, 11 from 22 from the field, 4 from 9 from 3, which he's not a great three-point shooter, but we're letting him hit 4 three-pointers? Come on, man. We got to play better perimeter defense there. And 6 from 9 from the free throw line. We did pretty good there against him when it comes to the free throws because Shai gets average about 10 free throw attempts a game. So we did pretty good there. But 9 assists, dished out 9 assists, grabbed 5 boards, and again, 32 points to end his night. But they shot better than us from the field goal, 49%. Shot better than us from the three-point line, 39%. A little bit less than us in the free throw line of 70%. But when it comes to the turnovers, in the first half, they had 11. To end the game, they had 13. So that's how you know that championship mindset that they have right now. Yes, they've never won a championship, but the mindset that they have right now, the number 1 seed in the West, they're looking forward to try to get to the NBA Finals. They know what they need to do in adjustments in the second half. And for us, it's like it's nowhere to be found. So there's a lot of things that we need to fix. But when it comes to the fourth quarter, man, there's no reason for us to be scoring 8 points only, man. There's no reason for that. And Bam even knows it.
It's one of those things, man. It's a lesson, but, how many times we got to keep learning this lesson? And it's not just the players, it's the coaches as well. We got to understand, we got to all be on the same page.
What was the most challenging thing there? At the end of the third and into the fourth, they go to that smaller lineup. What was most disruptive?
They got momentum. I feel like that was the difference in the game. I feel like the whole game they were going to run. Our offense will hold up. And then obviously they got momentum in the fourth and kind of took off from there.
This is a team, it's not as young as it used to be, and there's some strong-willed minded veterans out there at the end of games with Wiggs and Davion and you and Tyler. How do you as veterans sort of step up in that moment, that it's not a bunch of scared kids, it's a bunch of men? How do you take hold of that situation?
We checked out up 10 and then checked out we checked back in, what was it? We were down 3. Down 3 or 4. From that standpoint, we got to all understand that they're in it's a momentum shift, and we got to understand how we can stop this snowball effect. So for us, it's figuring out how to basically, settle the offense and then get stops on the other.
We need more work on the offense and defensive end. And thank God that Bam called out the coaches there because, yes, a lot of it is on the players. Obviously, they're out there on the court. They're the one that they're executing the game plan. They're executing the plays. They're the one that taking these shots, these inefficient shots, and this whack cluster defense. But sometimes it's got to be on the coaches as well with the strategy. And honestly, just they need to do better. And Tyler Hero knows it as well.
Obviously, we couldn't get stops, but I feel like our offense wasn't executing. We have a lot of turnovers, and then that puts a lot of pressure on our defense to get stops. So just got to be better taking care of the ball and then getting better shots, for each other.
Some of these things can kind of manifest onto themselves. It's minus, I think, 7 to 8 points in fourth quarters over the last 7 games. What tends to be the breakthrough when you're able as a team to get out of that mode and finish games the way you want to?
Just finding ways to play through, adversity, playing through, when the team ramps up their pressure like that, starts denying me the ball, just finding different ways to get into our offense so that we can get, the shots we want without getting taken out of what.
Our fourth quarters have been horrible. Last night's fourth quarter was horrendous. And the only positive thing about this whole thing is that tonight we're taking on the Dallas Mavericks for our last game before the NBA All-Star break. And hopefully we can get a win to get a little bit of momentum heading into the long vacation and about to start the second half of the season. But we'll see how it goes. Because the way we played last night and the way we played Monday against Boston Celtics is not up to par, man. It's not up to par. And a lot of us Heat fans are disappointed. A lot of us analysts for the Miami Heat are disappointed. And we need to see them do better. The players, the coaches, the front office, the whole organization. We need to see them do better. For Heat Digest, I'm George Michael Perez, a.k.a. G Mike. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.